Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's still pretty early for this time of year. It's halfway September and it's now 6:30. So sunrise is in about half an hour to 45 minutes, but I'm afraid there ain't gonna be no sunrise. So I'm just waiting here for my friend Walter, and we arranged to meet up on this parking here. And we were hoping for a real nice foggy morning with this thick layer of fog, but as it looks now, it's gonna be one of those very, very grey mornings. So I think we have to reach into the creative bag today and see if we can find any shots. I have no idea, but we will see. This video starts out quite messy, but it gives a nice reflection of how some landscape photography trips can develop during the day. So the final results are totally different from what we actually planned on doing. So stick with me, because in the end there are some nice images, I promise you that. So Walter just arrived and we had a little chat about what was the right thing to do, and then he came up with a different plan, and it's the time of year that is great for viewing red deer, and he knows a location pretty close by here. It's about 15 minutes. That is supposedly very good for red deer photography. So, and it's in a forest, a different area, a bit of heather, he said. So he really pumped it up as if it was a great location. So I said, well, let's go then, and I'll trust your instincts for once and see where we will end up. So little drive, and hopefully it will pay off with some nice images. So we're approaching the parking lot now, and there is a lot of haze in this forest here around it. So that's kind of promising. I don't know if this is gonna stick for a long time, but it's not a real fog or mist. It's just a bit hazy. And yeah, we will just see if we can come away with a couple of nice shots, or else we'll just blame Walter. You know, if nothing comes from this video, I'll write his email address underneath it, and you can all spam him. No, just joking. Normally I'm kind of like a stick to the plan kind of guy, but for this time I was thinking, yeah, you might be right that we're not on the right location, and this actually looks quite nice with this haze. So hopefully we can find something, or else we'll. So I'm approaching that hut now. Should be a nice view over the valley here. But there are a lot of cars in the parking lot. So I don't know if there's going to be a lot of talking in the hut. No, I'm not the kind of guy that speaks easily with a lot of unknown people around, especially in front of the camera. So, but look at this forest here behind me. You know, if there are no red deer, I'm out of there. Then I'm going into this forest and see if I can get some nice moody forest images here. We'll see. Just look behind me here. There is so much fog around here. We'll be lucky if we're only able to see a red deer here. But I'm gonna be quiet now. I think there's people who hate me if I scare off some wildlife, so silence. As you can see, there are already a lot of photographers here sitting in this hut. There were about 15 to 20 people, I think, eventually. And as you can see, we could see absolutely nothing. So there was a nice tree in this field that I thought, hey, I can photograph this. So I was switching to the 40-150. And of course, I had to zip open my camera bag, and all the other photographers were staring at me like, what the F are you doing here? So I quickly got out of this hut and went into the forest behind the hut. So we spent about 15 minutes in the hut there, and there were maybe 15 people there sitting with large telephoto lenses. No sign of any deer in that fog. We couldn't hear them, we couldn't see them. And I said to Walter, there is a big forest behind us here with a thick layer of fog in it, and we're sitting here doing nothing. So we decided to leave the red deer alone and just go into the forest. You know, it's not every day that I come in a forest with a nice layer of fog, and we actually found some decent compositions here. So let me show you what I got. So you can see I just positioned all those trees so that they don't intersect from one another. And then there's just one small tree here in the middle with a nice dead tree branch over here. You can see that it's real moody. I kind of like a shot like this, so it's totally different than what we were planning to do. But yeah, I like it. So taking this shot, 10-second timer, overexposing it a little bit to increase that feeling of fog. Nice, really, really nice. So we're doing a lot of walking around here through the forest, hoping to find some red deer, but we're also noticing a couple of nice forest shots. So let me show you the other side here. We noticed these silver birch trees over there, and there's a nice grass in the foreground, and it's getting a little bit less. But a minute ago there was a lot of fog on the top side of those trees, and if you look at it on the back of the camera, you see that it looks like this. I got 1/3 with those grasses and then those silver birch trees as my subject, but the top side is very, very hazy, so I'm overexposing it a little bit just by half a stop to increase that haziness. I think that looks quite nice. It's just a real moody, nice image, manual focus on those trees. And, yeah, this is it. So we moved a little bit further. I think the last shot was 20 meters this side, and then we noticed, or I noticed, another silver birch trees. And what I actually like is the first tree on the left has a V shape from the bottom, and the tree that's in the back, a little bit further away, has also a V shape, but it's halfway on the tree. It's more to the top, and I just think it looks really nice, and it does need a bit of dehazing. I think I am overexposing it a little bit to increase that haze. And I think I'm going to reduce it a little bit on the computer, but I'm not sure. But I think it's kind of a nice shot, real moody, atmospheric. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what it is at home. If it works, let me know in the comments what you think of this shot. I think it's pretty nice, but not quite sure. But I often have that, even with my best shots. So please leave a comment, let me know. It's actually proven quite difficult to find some nice shots in this forest. There's still a lot of fog and haze around, but then I spotted this tree over here. You can see the top side is really busy and it doesn't look as aesthetic. But if you just zoom into that bottom section with those tree trunks coming out of that bottom, and then the rest of the frame filling it with all those trees in the background with that atmosphere and haze, overexposing it a little bit by half a stop or something like that. And then it actually looks quite nice. It's very easy to do this handheld. You know, if I look at it now, it's a shutter speed of about a tenth of a second with image stabilization. It's not a problem at all. So there's no need to raise that shutter speed or to use the tripod or anything. Just having some fun, taking some handheld shots, and then just hoping that they work. But I just like this tree, the way it looks. It's pretty nice. So yeah, this is the next shot. Hopefully it's worth showing in the video. Again, let me know in the comments. So we're at the point that we're almost lost where we are, you know. There's no cell phone reception here and we're pretty far from the parking lot, but the fog somehow keeps increasing. It's like we're walking in a cloud. We've walked a little bit up a hill, but it got really moody here, and especially in front here there's a really nice path. So let me try to show you. So you can see that path runs very nicely into the background, but this tree here breaks up the moodiness. So what you want with an image like this, you want to zoom in and only use that moody part of the image like this. It just looks way nicer, way more aesthetic than including that high contrast tree in the front here. So it's just a simple path, nothing special to it, but somehow because of that atmosphere it's just a nice shot. So I took a couple of those shots along the way. I didn't film them all, but I will show a couple of them right now. And yeah, hopefully they worked out. So this is the end of today's video. Went totally different than what we had planned this morning. Everything we thought about photographing deers, it was just a really strange morning, but I think we got some really nice moody tree images from the forest here. Yeah, totally unplanned photography, but yeah, I think some pretty nice results. Maybe we were a little bit early for the red deers. Maybe later on in the season, no idea. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the images today, you know, bit of different photography. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please push the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. Underneath here there's a link, you can subscribe to it, and there's also a notification bell. If you push that and select all, you will get a message when I release my next video. Remember, my calendar 2025 is still on sale in the Webshop. There's a link underneath here in the description, and there is a buy me a coffee link if you want to support the channel. It's massively appreciated, and yeah, only with your support, your help, I can continue making these videos. So really happy with that, so thanks a lot. And yeah, I just hope to see you on the next video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of this, and see you next time. Bye bye.